Welcome back, fam. It's your girl Angela Denise, and I am here with you today to try on some new makeup that I have purchased from Sephora over the last couple of weeks. So I did a haul with you guys a few days ago. So today I'm here to try on most of the new makeup that I have purchased here recently. I've got an eyeshadow look with bronze palette, the Natasha Denona bronze palette, and we're also trying on the new Born This Way matte foundation, along with some new Charlotte Tilbury products, along with the new Laura Mercier, along with the new Laura Mercier powders. So if you are interested in how I created this look, please keep on watching. It feels so good to be in front of the camera putting on a full face. It's been at least 2 weeks since I put on a full face of makeup, and today is going down. I've got a lot of new things that I wanted to try on camera. First of which is the P. Louise eyeshadow base, and I have the shade number 4. I already have it up under my brows. It is a little bit lighter than what my preference is, so I would probably order shade number 5 to see how that looks. You can kind of see on the back of my hand what that looks like. So I'm gonna put some on the back of my hand like that. That way I can just apply it with a brush to my eye. What I like about this is the fact that I can apply it and it'll dry down. There's no need to set like concealer. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and be using, we're going to go ahead and dive into the eyeshadow. And not quite sure what kind of look I'm going to do today, but I'm going to kind of just wing it. So I'm going to be using the MAC 224 blending brush. I'm going to go in with, actually, I don't want to use it. I want to use something a little bit more tapered. This is the Sonia G Blender Pro. I want to take the color Magma. This one here. So I'm just going to place Magma like that. Then I'm going to pick up the shade Suntan, which is this one here, on my MAC 224. And blend. So I'm going to take this Sonia G Builder Pro in the color True Bronze here. And I'm gonna take True Copper up here and pat this here. Then I'm going to take that same brush and I'm going to go in to High Degree. That turned out pretty. Then I'm just going to take this little pencil brush and I'm going to go into Deep Dive just a little bit. Just a little. And I just want, it's actually not picking up that well. I just want to deepen up the outer corner of the eye. I'm going to take that Sonia G Blender Pro. So let's dive right into the complexion. So I already have my face prepped for the most part. I have on my Too Faced Hangover RX primer, and I did spot conceal with my Stay Naked 80WO for my dark spots because they're pretty bad right now. And what else do I want to do? I need to hit my pores up with a little bit of this. And so today we're going to be doing pretty much the Too Faced Born This Way range. We're going to be doing the Born This Way 24-hour undetectable super longwear foundation. I have the shade Maple. It has a 24-month shelf life. You're getting 1 fluid ounce of product. It looks basically identical to the foundation. I'm sorry, to the concealer. So I'm just going to apply it. The foundation, that's the color. I'm gonna apply it to the brush because I don't want to put it on back of my hands because I've got this and then I have a cut over here. So one dot. So this is a Longwear foundation, so I'm going to assume that it dries down pretty quickly, so I'm going to move pretty fast here. I like the way it smells. It's a little bit darker than my skin tone, but I'd rather it be a little bit darker than too light. Or at least in this lighting, it seems that way. I could be wrong when I look at it on camera. I do feel a little bit of tightness on my face, which concerns me. And the reason why is because the Charlotte Tilbury setting spray, I've heard, has a pretty strong hold. So to put that on top of this foundation, yeah, I'm kind of... Okay, so she's a medium to full coverage, buildable. I do like the finish. She is very matte. It has dried down on the face. I sense a little bit of tight. Before I do my concealer, I'm gonna put on my Charlotte Tilbury contour wand. And because I have my hair up, I'm just gonna hit my forehead just a little bit. I really don't need a lot on my forehead, because I don't have a lot of forehead, really. I do have a lot of cheek. And a lot of chin. Then I'm going to go in with my Born This Way multi-use concealer in the shade Butterscotch. I absolutely love this. I think it's looking good. All right, so I'm gonna use another new product that I have been really enjoying. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk Beauty Wand in the shade Medium. I'm just gonna put a little bit on like this. I think this adds just the, I mean, the radiance is just beautiful. Now, let's set the face. We're going to be using the new Lauder Mercier Honey up under the eye. And then I'm going to be using the Too Faced Born This Way Ethereal Powder in medium all over the face. All right, so we have been properly powdered. We're baking, basically. Now, we're gonna do a couple of things. First, let's set all over the face. This is the Born This Way Ethereal Loose. And I'm just gonna press that in. I like this because it gives you kind of a soft matte. It doesn't dry you out too much. And I love that it is tinted. So those are great things about that one. So I am going to put on a little bit of bronzer. And I'm just going to take like the smallest amount because I really don't need any bronzer. But this is the Gucci bronzer. And this is the shade 5. This is basically the deepest shade. And I'm just going to take a little bit. Then I'll go in with a little bit of blush. And I'm just going to take the smallest amount of blush. This is the Tom Ford Ravish number 5. Because I really don't want a lot for this look here. Then I'm going to take some of my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish Dark and just buff everything together. When I tell you that my face looks so smooth, like, I hope it's coming through. So what I'm gonna do is take this Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. Okay, I'm gonna attempt to put on this lipstick without a liner. This is going to be like an orangey red. And this particular shade has been calling my name. I'm gonna go look in another light, but honestly, y'all, my eyeshadow is popping. My complexion is also popping. All right, here we go. Okay, this is the final look, and I can honestly say I really am enjoying how my makeup turned out today. It turned out really, really good. So let's do a quick rundown on the new products that I tried today. Starting with the Born This Way matte foundation, the shade Maple. I feel is good by the time you highlight and add your powder and everything like that. Plus I can afford to get a little bit of sun with this shade. I do like the shade. The formulation is good. It's not necessarily my preference because it does leave the skin feeling just a little bit tight, but at the end of the day, it's all good. But yeah, this is a great foundation for those with oily skin and a perfect foundation really for summertime. I have never tried the original Born This Way foundation, and now because this shade is so good, I want to go ahead and try it out. Plus that's my best friend's favorite foundation, so this one is approved by me. It's cool. What else did I try out today for the first time? Let's talk about the Mercier shade Honey. I do think that this is a good shade, especially for those that have a deeper skin tone, like that's maybe NC50 and deeper, that I always wanted to try the translucent, but felt like maybe it will leave you a little bit ashy. It works beautifully under my eyes. I could probably use this all over my face to set. The honey shade is beautiful, plus just the formulation of this powder is beautiful. It's one of my absolute favorite setting powders, really, and I absolutely love this new shade. Let's talk about the Pillow Talk Beauty Light Wand. This is the shade 2 Medium. It is on the Sephora website. I think you may not, you can really kind of see it. It just adds that pretty lit from within radiance to the skin, and the shade I absolutely love. It is just so pretty. It's like a rosy gold, really, and I'm in love with this, you guys. You know I love me some Charlotte Tilbury, so that I am super excited about. I want to go ahead and talk about the Born This Way Ethereal Loose Powder because I really don't talk about it a lot on my channel, but this is the shade Translucent Medium. For those that have like a dark skin tone like mine, like medium dark, this color is perfect. Let me get some. Look at this. This is a perfect all over the face color, and I did use that to set this foundation today, and all of these products paired well, like my foundation complexion routine paired well together. It's absolutely beautiful. Now, the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Setting Spray. This is good for people that have super oily skin. For me, I don't think that I would continue to use this because combining it with the mattifying foundation and then putting this on top of it is a little bit too much. My skin feels a little bit tight. I got powder all over my hand. My skin feels a little bit tight, but I mean, it is a good setting powder in terms of what it says it's supposed to do, is keep that makeup in place. So I do believe it will do that. Now, the ingredients list is a cause for concern. So I don't know about this one. I think that I'm going to pass on this one simply because the ingredients are questionable and I don't like that tight feeling on my face. Okay. So let's go ahead and talk about the Natasha Denona Bronze Palette. I will say that I did say this palette was a little bit boring simply because, I mean, there's no pops in this palette. This is a truly neutral bronzy palette, which I do feel like is good for summertime, good for the girl that really isn't into colorful eyeshadow looks. The Natasha Denona formula is A1. Everyone knows that. It is a absolutely beautiful palette, and I do love the look that I came up with today. Of course, I'm going to keep this palette in my collection, and all the eyeshadows that I've tried so far in this palette, which I'd say I've used at least 3/4 of all the shades, they have all performed beautifully. And this is pretty. This is pretty. So yeah, this is one of my most fun looks that I've been able to create so far using this palette, and I do look forward to using it a little bit more. I haven't used the Born This Way multi-use sculpting concealer, but this is actually one of my favorite concealers. It's just absolutely beautiful, and I love the way it feels under the eyes. It's creamy yet full coverage, doesn't move around, doesn't settle in my lines. It's absolutely perfection. This is the color Butterscotch, and it's beautiful. I think that is going to wrap it up as far as the new products are concerned. All other products will be listed down in the description bar along with timestamp, so that you can fast forward and look at the products that you're truly interested in. This was a super fun video. You guys leave me comments, and I will see you next time.